Active voice and passive voice part 2. Let's learn how to convert any active voice sentence into passive voice sentence. There are basically 5 simple steps in converting an active voice sentence to passive voice sentence. Let's see them one by one. First step is to identify the subject, object and main verb in any given sentence. Second step is to swap or to change the position of subject with the object and object with subject. Third step is to convert the main verb into the third form of verb. Fourth step is to add a proper helping verb of to be form before main verb. Fifth step is to add preposition by before the subject. At the end, the sentence structure of passive voice will be object plus helping verb plus verb third form plus by preposition plus subject. There are two important things that you need to remember here. Firstly, when replacing subject with an object where subject is a pronoun, then I will become me, he will become him, she will become her, we will become us, and they will become them. Secondly, we need to add proper helping verb of to be before the main verb. This helping verb is decided based on tenses. With the example of main verb right, let's have a look. Let's look at the different helping verb as per the tenses one by one, which we need to learn. Here, first one, simple present. In active voice, we have verbs first form write or writes, while in passive voice we add is, am, are depending upon whether the subject is singular or plural, and written, which is the third form of verb. Second, for present continuous, in active voice we have is, am, are depending upon subject whether it is singular or plural, and writing, while in passive voice we add being helping verb with is, am, are and written verb third form as a verb. For third one, for present perfect tense, in active voice we use has and or have plus written, while in passive voice we add been to has or have plus verb third form written. Fourth one, for simple past, in active voice we use wrote, which is the second form of verb, while in passive voice we add was or verb as helping verb and verb third form written. Fifth, for past continuous tense, in active voice we use was or were and writing, while in passive voice we add being helping verb after was or were and verb 3 written. Sixth one, for past perfect tense, in active voice we use had written, while in passive voice we add helping verb been after had and written, which is verb third form. Seventh, for simple future tense, in active voice will or shall and write, while in passive voice we use helping verb will be and written, which is verb third form. Eighth, for future perfect tense, in active voice we use will or shall have written, while in passive voice we use helping verb been after will have and written, which is verb third form. So this is the 8 tenses chart for understanding which helping verb to use. Let's have a look at each of them one by one. Now you must have noticed that we haven't used 4 tenses while converting from active to passive, which are present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous and future perfect continuous. We do not convert sentences of these tense as it is not grammatically correct. Let's see example of each 8 of them and make things clearer. For simple present tense. In active voice sentence, here we have he writes a letter. Now to convert it to passive, we will use the 5 steps which we discussed previously. Step 1. To identify the subject, object and main verb in the sentence. Here, who is doing the action? It's he. So, he is the subject. And what is the action performed? It's writes. So, writes is a main verb. And on what the action is performed? It's letter. That is, letter is object. Now that we have identified the subject, object and verb, let's move to the next step. Step number 2, that is swapping. Now we need to swap subject to object and object to subject. So a letter will come at the first place and he will change to and it will be positioned last. Now step 3. We need to convert main verb to the third form of verb. So it will be written in place of write, it will be the third form of write as written. In step 4, we need to add a helping verb. So it will be is, as it is simple present tense. Active sentence is in simple present form. That is why. Last step, step number 5. Add preposition by before him. Now the whole sentence is completed. That is, in passive voice, the sentence is a letter is written by him. Let's see the example of present continuous tense. Active voice. Javed is making a cake. To convert active to passive, again we will use 5 steps. That is, first step is to identify subject, object and verb. Here, who is performing the action? It's Javed. So, Javed is subject. And what is the action performed? It's making. So, making is the main verb. And what's at the receiving end? It is a cake. So, it's an object. Now, it's step 2. That is swapping. We need to swap the position of subject and object. That is, Javed and a cake will replace each other. In step 3, we need to convert main verb to its third form. That is, it will become from making to made. Made is the third form of making. Now going to step 4, we need to add helping verb of to be form. We are aware to be forms are is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had. So here in step 4, we need to add helping verb of to be form in present continuous tense. We add is being. Lastly, to make the sentence complete, we attach by before the subject. Final passive voice sentence is a cake is being made by Javed. Here we pay attention please, that is making is a continuous sentence. In continuous sentences, we always add being, B-E-I-N-G. Let's see example of present perfect tense. Active sentence, I have eaten a burger. Passive sentence, first step is to identify subject, object and verb. So here, I is the subject, eaten is verb and a burger is object. Now the second step, let's swap the position of object and subject. Here it will become a burger and they will change their places. Now converting the main verb into the verb third form, it will be eaten. The third form of verb is eaten. Next, adding a suitable helping verb, it will be has been. Please pay attention, for any perfect form, when we change it to passive voice, we always use been, B-E-E-N. So here in passive, it will become has been. And lastly, we need to add by to make the sentence complete. So the whole sentence will become, the passive sentence will be, a burger has been eaten by me. Let's see the example of simple past tense. Here the active sentence is, he bought a car. For passive sentence, we need to identify the subject, verb and object. Here he is subject, bought is verb and car is object. Now let's swap the position of object and subject. So a car will come at first place and him at the last. Next, adding the suitable helping verb, it will be was. And lastly, we need to add preposition by and to complete the sentence. So the passive sentence is, a car was bought by him. Now let's see the example of past continuous tense. Here for active sentence, we have Sarah was singing a song. Here to identify subject, verb and object, Sarah is doing the action, and what is the action being done? Was singing, and what is it is acting upon? A song. What is being done? A song. So we have Sarah as subject, was singing as verb and a song as object. Now second step, let's swap the position. A song will be replaced by Sarah and Sarah will be put at the last position. Then we change the main verb into the verb third form, that is singing will be changed by sung. Then to put the suitable helping verb, that is was being, will be put, because for any continuous sentence we use being, and to complete the sentence, the passive sentence, we use preposition by. At the end, lastly, we get the passive sentence, a song was being sung by Sarah. Let's look at the example of past perfect tense. In active sentence, Jay had finished homework. To make it passive, first we will identify the subject, verb and object. Here Jay is subject, had finished is verb, homework is object. Second step, swap subject and object. Homework will come in the front and Jay will go at the last of the sentence. Then we change the verb to verb third form. Now here had finished will change to had been finished. Pay attention, this is a perfect tense, that is past perfect tense or be it present perfect tense. Here we will add been to it. So here had finished will be added with to be form and had been finished, and then lastly we add preposition by. So the complete sentence would be, homework had been finished by Jay. Let's see the example of simple future tense. In active, she will accept the offer. To make it passive, again we will identify subject, verb and object. Here she is the subject, will accept is the verb and the offer is object. Second step is to swap the position of subject and object. So the offer will come in front of the sentence and she will go at the end of the sentence. Then we will change the verb form into the verb third form, that is will accept will be changed to will be accepted. Now the passive sentence will become, the offer will be accepted by her. We have future perfect tense. In active sentence, it is, I will have charged the battery. Now subject is I, verb is will have charged, the battery is object. Second step, swap the position of subject and object. Third step, change the verb form to verb third form. It is already in the third form, that is charged, so it will remain same. Then we will add the to be form. Here the to be form is will have been, and lastly the preposition by. So the passive sentence will be, the battery will have been charged by me. These are the 8 ways in which we can convert active voice sentence to passive voice sentence, and the 5 steps to change the sentence. Identify, swap, convert, add helping verb and add preposition.